In this video, I want to discuss how we get paid as a buyer agent post NAR settlement. So I have 3 points that I want to discuss how we get paid as a buyer agent post NAR settlement. I'm John Salkowski with Inspired by the Grind, and regardless of where your buyer lead comes from, the first thing that we must do is we must follow the LP Mama script to get these buyers qualified. So you're probably asking, what is LP Mama script? Well, LP Mama stands for location, price, motivation, agreement, mortgage, and appointment. So that is the protocol that you must follow when pre-qualifying a buyer. So point number 2 is, as you are aware, post NAR settlement, is that we now need a buyer agency agreement signed. And obviously having that signed, we need that to show them properties. And on that buyer agency agreement is how we're getting paid. Now, obviously my recommendation is if you are showing a listing, you got to call the listing agent to see if the seller is offering out a compensation to the buyer's agent. And if they are not, your buyer agency agreement will disclose who is paying your fee. And point number 3, I actually mentioned it in point number 2, but how do we make sure that we get paid? Obviously, the communication between buyer agent and listing agent must increase. Obviously, before we show a property, and as you are aware, that commission is no longer going to be in the MLS. So we have to communicate that with the listing agent to see if their client is offering out a commission. But more importantly, having a buyer agency agreement that discloses our fee. And if the listing agent and seller are not offering out, where is it coming from? It's coming from the buyer. So there you have it, my 3 top points on how to get paid as a buyer agency. And just to recap is you need to pre-qualify your buyer by following the LP Mama script. And number 2 is your buyer needs to sign a buyer agency agreement, letting them know who's paying your fee. Now, obviously, we communicate that with the listing agent to make sure that they are offering out a compensation. And number 3 is how do we make sure we get paid? So basically, make sure you disclose all of that in your buyer agency agreement. So there you have it. If you have any questions whatsoever regarding how we get paid, please reach out to me. There's never any obligation whatsoever. Let's go make a difference this week.